Okay, so the date is August 21st, 2024. It's 11:15 p.m. and we'll be talking about RILY, RILY. So before going any further, none of this is investment advice. The topic being discussed is on the extreme end of the risk pool in terms of risk. And basically, any amount you put in is potentially a zero, and that is not an understatement. But the situation is just so interesting that it's definitely worth talking about because there's a lot to be learned here, and that can benefit many in the long term. So I'll be talking about the stock and option chain here and cover the baby bonds later. This whole situation is very time sensitive. Things could change drastically for the better or for worse by tomorrow. So I don't have too much time to go over everything as I need to get up by 5:30, so I'll be glancing over a lot and cover the detail when I have more time over the weekend. So we're first going to get the worst part of the way so you can get an idea of basically the shitstorm that's going on in the stock and why it's basically pricing in bankruptcy according to the bonds and the options. So the shorts will tell you that this debt is basically too much, and Franchise Group, which is being bought out, is a complete disaster. Brian Kahn, the former CEO of Franchise Group, is doing some sort of fraud with the bank, likely, with Bryant Riley, the CEO. He helped Kahn take Franchise Group initially public and private as well. They're both known to be good friends and have significant financial ties with each other. So the stores that are in Franchise Group include Sylvan Learning, Vitamin Shop, Pet Supplies Plus, and Hurley, which is the surfing brand. Kahn is said to have participated in fraud with Prophecy Asset Management. Riley is currently subject to an SEC investigation with regards to their debt, around $7 billion, as well as for lying, basically. They have overdue filings for this quarter. Their dividend is suspended. There's a massive write-down of the Franchise Group business. Suspicions of insider trading. They did a previous IPO of FaZe Clan, which is the gaming company, through a SPAC, and that's basically been delisted now. And for the sake of time, we're going to skip over the exact write-downs and mark-to-market of Franchise Group and things like that. I'll cover them at some point, fully aware of basically how big of a turd it is. The founder has also been subpoenaed. So why the hell did I buy and sell? Why the hell did I buy Riley the stock, the baby bonds, as well as selling the October $2.5 puts? Keep in mind the stock right now is around $8. So at the time I entered the position, which was 2 days ago, Riley said that he would buy the entire company for $7 a share, even though the language they used was very unencouraging and uncommittal. I basically didn't think they would be bankrupt by October, as I thought their cash position would be enough to take it that far out. And I thought there might be a little bit more upside to the bonds in the event of a possible buyout, but I reserved the right to get the hell out of it as early as tomorrow. So how did I go about this? Basically, I looked at the options chain and saw that the $2.5 puts for October at the time were going for around 80 cents. You can see in my position I got in at 75 cents. I sold the $2.5 puts for 75 cents. So break even on those is approximately $1.70. So when the stock goes around $6 a share. So there's a lot of room for error. So it's either going to be bankrupt by October or not. So for transparency, my position is right here. It's in one. This is only for one of my accounts. I have a few more positions in other accounts as well. So the $2.5 puts for October, they just seem to be mispriced with an implied volatility over 300%, which is rare, but it's the zone you look for when you're talking about possible bankruptcy and you don't necessarily know what's going to happen, or another event when you think that's being mispriced in terms of volatility, like a clinical trial result or something like that. So I'll be going over in detail later, but again, this is very time sensitive, so I'm at least putting something out and revealing my risks so you guys can sort of see in real time how the volatility works and how price action would work in response to the news. And like I said, I'll be going over the rest later.